Hey VC, it's Jonathan, your cheap and cheerful record collector. It's been a while since I've done a video, probably over a month now. I've just been busy doing all sorts of things, so I just haven't had a chance to make a video. I've been collecting records and digging, but video making has not been high on my list right now. Since my last video, I've gotten a number of new subscribers, so I want to welcome everybody who's joined my little group here. Just past 400 subscribers, which is just mind-boggling to me. I can't believe it. And if you're new to the channel, I'll give you a quick update. Basically, I started this channel about 2 years ago when I saw a video and someone was complaining about how expensive it is to be a record collector. And I said, that's a lot of BS. You don't need to spend a lot of money to collect records, and most of my collection, probably 90% of it, is from Goodwill, yard sales, Craigslist, etc. And most of them, I would say, again, 90% or $5 or less, everything I've collected. But that's that. Now to move on. Record Store Day. Everybody's done their Record Store Day videos. We had a great Record Store Day here in Maine. I met up with Brian from Shamrock and Records and a buddy of ours, Mike. And the three of us met. I got there at about 7:15 or so, and a light drizzle going on. I stood outside in the rain for about a half hour. The store opens at 8. About 7:45, they let everybody inside, which is really nice. Let us all get in out of the rain for a while. And then 8 o'clock, they broke the lines and go get them. So we all jumped in, and I had a lot of things on my list, and I think I got just about everything I wanted. After we finished shopping there, we went to another record store. Couldn't find anything there. Then we went to lunch, had a great lunch together, brunch, breakfast, lunch. Then we did some more digging around Portland. So we had a great time. The three of us got a lot of great records and had a really great day. I know a lot of people don't like Record Store Day, and I don't want to hear it. You don't like it, don't participate. I don't want to hear any BS about it. I mean, if it's too expensive and it's stuff you don't like, fine, don't do it. Don't participate, don't get involved. But don't rain on our parade. We had a good time, and that's that. Okay, Record Store Day. I'll start off with those records. I got a big stack of records to go through. First thing I got at Record Store Day was a great Bill Evans album. This was recorded in 1969 at Ronnie Scott's in London, live recording. It's with Eddie Gomez on bass and Marty Morell on drums. 2-record set. As usual with this releases from this company, they have great packaging, great booklet to go along with it. Sorry about the glare there. Great booklet to go along with it. A lot of interviews with the people from the band, and beautiful recording, really great. So I'm real happy with that. If you're into jazz at all, Bill Evans, great piano player. Real happy with that. Another jazz album I picked up was another 2-record set. It's a West Montgomery. And I'm going to get this right. I got the thing here recorded. They're not really sure. They say from the mid to late 50s in Indianapolis, Indiana. Limited to 3,000. I looked out. I got number, there we go, 293. So that's cool. And again, great packaging, great record. A lot of different players on here, a lot of different dates, so it wasn't one recording date. It was multiple recording dates. And again, great booklet with interviews and stories about the recording. So, Wes Montgomery, amazing guitar player. Then I had 3 blues albums on my list of things to find. And the first one, I was really happy I was able to get. This one I had way back in the day and long gone, so I was happy to replace it in my collection. You can still find originals around, but I haven't found one that was clean and in good condition. And the new one they just released, Record Store Day, was a mono pressing, brand new. So it's an Albert King, Born Under a Bad Sign, an absolutely classic blues album. And what can I say? Just a great album. Everything was black vinyl, no fancy colors, which is fine with me. I could care less about that. But this is one of the great blues albums, originally released 1967. So yeah, I had an original, but mine was stereo and gone. So I'm real happy to bring this back in my collection. Next one is the best of Little Walter. This is the only album ever released while Little Walter was alive, even though it wasn't recorded as an album. It was basically singles that he recorded for Chess Records, and they finally decided to put an album together and put all these singles on it, and it is fantastic, man. It's just so great. The only problem I have with it, they don't really tell you who the side musicians are with him. They don't tell you if it's Willie Dixon playing bass or basically who's on the album with him, or who recorded all these singles. But he does, My Babe, Blues with a Feeling, A Mean Old World, You Better Watch Yourself, Tell Me Mama. Just fantastic stuff. All recorded 1950s, Chicago. Sundays Records, by the way. Sundays re-released this. Great recording. And the last blues album I got, not happy. Looking forward to a James Cotton Late Night Blues live at the Penelope Cafe. The recording is so awful, I just can't believe they released it. It seems to me as if someone was sitting in the middle of the club with a crummy tape deck and turned it on and held the mic up. It's just, you can't even hear his voice for the first song till about halfway through. The recording is terrible. I mean, I'm sure they did the best they can with the mixing and the processing of it, but it's just, to me, I listened to it once, I'll probably never listen to it again. Really disappointed. But he pays you money, he takes your chances. After we left Moose Music, where we went shopping, we hit a couple of places in Portland, so I was really happy to be able to find Chet Baker and Art Pepper, Playboys. This is a re-release of the original album, which was released. That's the original cover, I don't know if you can see that there. That's the original cover, and Playboy magazine would threaten to sue them if they used that cover again. So finally they re-released it. This is a fantastic album. There's Chet. There's Art Pepper. Again, really nice packaging. Sorry about the glare. Great recording, jazz images. Just great. Really happy with this. Originally recorded in 1959. So, no singing on here for Chet Baker, just trumpet playing. And it's one of my favorite of the recent purchases. Absolutely love that album. Also, while I was doing the jazz, I found this Art Farmer and Benny Colson, Meet the Jazz Tet. I haven't had a chance to listen to this yet. Just haven't had a chance to clean it. Recorded in 1960 in New York with Art Farmer, Benny Colson, the very young McCoy Tyner on piano over there in the corner. Looking forward to that. I'm sure it's a great recording. And while I'm into my jazz thing, I was looking. I also found Benny Carter, Jazz Giant. This has Ben Webster on it as well. Barney Kessel, Leroy Vinegar, Shelly Manne. So I know it can't be bad. Not sure when this was recorded. 1957. So really into the Benny Carter, Ben Webster saxophone playing. Just love it. Nice stereo record label. So another nice record. Again, needs a cleaning before I play it. And I also found Jimmy Reed, Rockin' with Reed. I'm sure this is a reissue on VJ. This is the VJ label, maroon label. So again, brand new, or virtually brand new. It's open, but it looks like it hasn't been played much at all. So I'm looking forward to digging into this. Love Jimmy Reed. Has Going to New York, great song. Caress Me Baby, The Moon is Rising, Rockin' with Reed. Want to Be Loved, Down in Virginia. Great stuff. Jerry Reed. And while we were digging around, Brian, I'm looking at some stuff, and Brian yells, "Hey, don't you want these guys? Don't you like them?" And I ran over and I said, "Oh my God, another R. Crumb and his Cheap Suit Serenaders album." So Brian scalped this out for me. I was real happy to get this. Has the original inner sleeve, which I love, Blue Goose Records. Love that Blue Goose label and the great inner sleeve. You all know R. Crumb from being a comic or a cartoonist. He has a band called R. Crumb the Cheap Suit Serenaders. They play 1920s and 1930s jazz, and great stuff on here. Chasing Rainbows, Hula Melody, Make My Cot Where the Cotton Grows, Cry My Blues Away. She lived down by the firehouse. So great stuff, a lot of fun. R. Crumb and the Cheap Suit Serenaders. Another one I found, which I was really happy to get, and I've actually heard that he is having a new album out, even though he passed away about 2-3 years ago. There's going to be a new posthumous album of J.J. Cale coming out of all his stuff, or some of his stuff, that wasn't released during his lifetime. So this is just J.J. Cale. I don't know what the name of this one is. It's just self-titled. Yeah, J.J. Cale. Not in great condition. The cover's all, as you see, a little dirty and messed up, but it doesn't bother me all that much. Record's clean. So dig into this one too. I'm sure you all know J.J. Cale. He's the man that Eric Clapton took Cocaine, Lay Down Sally, and all those songs from. J.J. Cale wrote those. I did them in J.J. Cale style. They were very similar in vocal texture, etc. They became good friends. J.J. didn't travel much out of Texas, where he was from. Eric Clapton finally got him to record an album together, which was a great album. What's it called? Road to Encendino. So I'm looking forward to digging into this one. Can never have enough J.J. Cale in your collection. Another one I picked up, which I was really, again, this one I didn't get that day. I got another day at a really cheap record place. Cost me like $1. I was really happy to see it. Booker T and Priscilla, the 2-record set. So again, haven't cleaned this yet. Nice gatefold, but I'm looking to dig into this. Booker T of Booker T and the MGs. So I don't know much more about that album than what I'm saying right now. Haven't really looked into it or played any of it yet. But yeah, Jim Keltner on drums. Booker T on guitar and keyboards. How bad could it be? Jesse Ed Davis on guitar and some of the Sneaky Pete plays pedal steel. Jim Horn on oboe. So, can't find a date when this came out, but I'm thinking it's 70s. So Booker T and Priscilla. And last record to show today, a couple more. This one I got from Vinyl Me Please. I joined that record club a little while ago. And I've traded out a lot of, what they do is they have 3 categories, and you can join a category, and they have a record of the month. If you don't like it, you can switch it out for something else. I've been doing a lot of switching, and I looked around, and I saw this, and someone said it was great. So I switched out for James Booker, his only album, The Lost Paramount Tapes, and it's basically all the side musicians are basically all the guys that played on the first 2 Dr. John albums. This is some amazing New Orleans funk. Great piano player. Just so happy with this record. It's just fantastic. Nice inner sleeve it came in, all plastic coated in. There's the inner label. He does Jungle Partner, African Gumbo. Does a great Hound Dog medley. Tico Tico. La Di Da. It's just a great, great album. I was so happy with this. So James Booker, I think it was recorded in the mid-'80s, and great New Orleans funk. Just great. Really happy with that. And then I found 2. I went to another place. Actually, there's a Radio Shack that's still in existence, and the guy in the back of the store has this huge selection of records, usually too expensive, and usually not stuff I'm looking for. But the other day I found Robert Cray, the Robert Cray Band, Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, from, I guess this is the mid-'80s or early 90s, so I was real happy to get this. And the last one I got from them also was Hubert Law's The Rite of Spring on CTI. Original pressing, so I'm real happy with that, and clean condition. Okay, so that's my Record Store Day and More collection. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe down below. Thanks again for all my new subscribers. And remember, keep on digging. Spring is coming, so people are cleaning out their closets and attics and stuff and getting rid of records. And now's the time to get out there and start building your collection up. Okay, until next time, peace.